So children, in the earlier classes we have discussed about array strings, and then we have discussed about some of the questions from the string also, right? And we have finished the chapter string in the last online classes. Now today what we are going to do, we will be starting off with the chapter that is computing and ethics. So first of all, the question is, what do you mean by computer ethics, right? So as everyone is a computer user, so how we can use the computers in a good way or a better way so that we can do our work in a better way or in a way that will help us in our work, and it will also help the other persons, right? So computer ethics is something is the behavior and the way of thinking of computer users in situations where a choice can affect the dignity and well-being of others, right? So let's take up an example of a Facebook post, suppose. So if you are posting something on Facebook, and what you are doing that you are just abusing or you are using bad words for any other person, so in that case you will be affecting the dignity of the person for whom you are talking about the things, right? So that kind of things comes under the computer ethics. So if you are well aware about the thing that what can affect the dignity of other persons if you are posting the thing, right? So in that case, the computer ethics comes into the picture. Now in the computer world, you must have heard about many things. The most common thing you must have heard about the computers is the software, right? So what is a software? Software is a application made to solve a particular problem. Okay, like the definition of the functions, it sounds like a software also. And yes, it is the same that software also has the work of solving a problem, right? So this software ethics is what? Software ethics is ensuring that the software is being used, not pirated or unauthorized. Okay, like suppose if a person has created a software and he has all the right to sell it, or if he has patented it, right? So in that case, what will happen? If you are well aware about the software ethics, that means the person who has created the software should get the benefits of in the monetary way or in the other ways also, right? And this is to be considered in case of the software ethics, that the software you are using is not pirated or unauthorized. Okay, so someone who has created the software has given you the right to use his software. In that case, you will be following the software ethics. Now the three common ethical issues that we face in the software ethics is the individual's right to privacy, then intellectual property rights, and the third is the accuracy of the information. Okay, so individual's right to property, that means that the person who is allowing the software to be used by others, right? It should not violate the privacy of the other person, the individual who has created or who is using it. Both the person's individual's right to privacy is not to be uh, used up in inappropriate way, right? Second is the intellectual property rights. So like if someone has created an idea and he has or she has implemented it, you don't have the right to steal that idea or thing like that. So that comes under the intellectual property rights. And the third is the accuracy of the information. So that means what? Suppose you have created a software, and in that software you have said that my software will do the following 10 functions, right? And if someone is implementing that function and they are not able to implement it because your software is not allowing it or things like that, so in that case the accuracy of information is very uh, tough ask for the person. So that means whatever information is provided, that information should be right. So see, if you are writing that you have created the software, okay, and you are not, and you are using what? You are providing the correct information. So that comes under the accuracy of the information. So three ethical issues were these three. That is individual's right to privacy, intellectual property rights, and the accuracy of the information. Now, after this, we will be discussing about the next term, which is a very popular among you all guys, that hacking. Hacking attempts to gain information from otherwise undisclosed areas. Like, suppose a person is attempting to log into your Facebook account, right? So that is a kind of hacking. The hacking is a process that if you are not authorized to do any process on the computer system or on the internet, and you are using it to gain the information for other persons, okay, like not the, you are not using the conventional way, and you are using any other way to get all the information from the person or any for the software. So in that case, this hacking comes into the picture. Next is the definition for privacy. The piracy. Piracy is refers to the unauthorized duplication of computer software. So that means what? If you are using a computer, if you are duplicating, right? If suppose a person has created a software, and what you are doing, that you are just copying that software and you are selling that into the market, right? So in that case, you are violating the piracy. You are violating the piracy. That means what? You are just using the unauthorized duplicate copy of the same software and you are selling it. Now, the next point over here is, or the next word over here is software piracy. Okay, so software, like the piracy, I have told you that the unauthorized duplication of computer software. So that is known as your software piracy. And what you are doing, that you are just making the different copies of the same software that is created by the user. Okay, so now we will be discussing about the common forms of software piracy that we have in this world. Okay, so this first is the soft lifting. So soft lifting is what? Purchasing a single copy and loading it on the several computers contrary to licensed. So what is it? That soft lifting means you have just purchased a single copy of licensed copy of a software. And what you are doing, that you are using the same copy on various computers that you have, right? So that comes under the software piracy. Second is uploading and downloading. So what you are doing, that you have uploaded a soft copy of the original software from any site or from the personal use of that creator of the software. And what you are doing, that you are just uploading that copy online on the internet so that the other people can use it. So you are not authorized to use the copies of that software, and what you are doing, that you are just using the piracy or pirated copy of the same thing, right? So that comes under the uploading and downloading. Third is the software counterfeiting. So software counterfeiting is illegally duplicating and what? Selling copies of softwares in a form designed to make it appear legitimate. So what you are doing, that original software is there, and what you are just copying that software and you are just making some changes to provide it a new name with the introduction that you have created the software, right? But what you have actually did, that you have steal the information of the creator and you have created a software similar to that software. Okay, so that is known as a software counterfeiting. Next is hard disk loading. Init- so installing unauthorized copies of software onto the hard disk of personal computers. Yes, it happens that when we are going to repair our computer systems in the market, right? In India, we have many things that is done, like copying a same software copy of the operating system, that is Windows 7 or Windows 10, whatever you use, and that single copy is copied to the various system that the people use. Like you already know that whatever operating system is, whenever a operating system is installed on a system, mostly it is only done on the hard disk, right? So what you are doing, that you are using a pirated copy of the same operating system, either it is Windows 7 or Windows 10, and you are uploading it on the various systems or the various hard disk you have. So that comes under the hard disk loading. The last is software piracy, is the unauthorized selling of software for temporary use, like renting a video. So what you are doing, that you are unauthorized, you are not authorized to sell any software copy, right? And you are doing what? You are just copying the software and you are providing the temporary to use the software, right? So that is known as the renting of the software. Okay, so in this video we have covered about the computer ethics, and then we have discussed about software ethics and the major ethical issues that we face. Next up we have discussed about hacking, piracy, and then we have discussed about the definition for the software piracy, and then the common forms of the software piracy, right? So only this much in this video. In the next video, we will be covering up some more topics from the same chapter. Thank you.